move it. You like to move it. All girls all over the world. Original King Julian on your case, man. I love how all the girls move their body. And when you move your body, you don't move it nice and sweet and sassy. Alright? Woman, you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, nice, sweet, fantastic. Big body ocean is a big tight and woman is nice, sweet, energetic. Big body ocean is a big tight and woman is nice, sweet, fantastic. Big body ocean is a big tight and woman is nice, sweet, fantastic. Big body ocean is a big tight and woman. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it.
All right, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Reminder to each and every one of you. Please leave a comment. I mean, get StreamYard permission so that you can easy to do. All you do is go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Yes, you have my permission to see your name, and then that way Charlie will know it's you as we get started. Also, reminder, drop a comment as you come on. Let us know you're here. Say, hey, everybody. And give us your name so we know who it is that you're here. Of course, the more you comment, the more you engage as we go through tonight, the more chances you are that you have to win our attendance drawing for tonight. And as always, have your friends right here trying to get on over because you never know. If we hit a magic number tonight, I might have to give away something big. All right, so let's just focus on that and getting lots and lots of folks on here. We've got some great training ahead for you tonight. You do not want to miss it, and you don't want to miss out on some great challenges that we're going to have for you as well. So let's get going here. I'll turn the music off because I was trying to yell over it, and that doesn't work really well either, does it? So welcome, everybody. We're so glad to have you here. Also, a reminder to you all that we do stream on our YouTube channel. So if you have someone that you'd like to be watching with us and they're not on Facebook, if you might want to send them that link. And sometimes even if you're on Facebook, you may find it easier to watch if you go to YouTube to watch it. Sometimes, I know Corinne had one time had some of her team members over to her house. She put it on the big screen, put it on, and they all watched together. So it's kind of like being all in the same room together. There's something about that big screen too that makes it really fun. So that's always a great way to watch us here also. So you can do it on YouTube or you can do it right here on Facebook. Either way, you can comment and we can see you and know that you're here, as long as you make sure you give StreamYard permission to see your name. So otherwise, drop in the comments right now who you are, who's here, so we know you're here. And of course, what I really want to know is what you're excited about. What's something great that has happened to you? It's your shout out time. Tell us something that this week that was great, something that you did. Maybe some of you were there on Saturday at our Record Breaker workshop. And we are going to give you kind of a little recap of what we covered on Saturday for those of you who weren't there. But for those of you who were there Saturday, in the comments right now, go ahead and share some of your ahas, something that you learned, something you got excited about, something that you accomplished because you were there, because we did date a lot of parties with the folks that were there. Yes, Tina, booking parties. We did. We had some great fun with that. And we talked about some of the easy ways to go about getting datings. So go ahead, guys, and tell us what's going on in your life, what you're excited about, because that's something we always like to know. So like I said, if you went on Saturday, tell us something that you're excited about, something that you learned. I like to call it your aha. And we're going to have a little training on one of the topics from Saturday that we touched on. And we're going to give you a little bit more in-depth training about that tonight. So you're going to be glad that you're here for that also. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. And let me find my little thing. There we go. Take that off, and I'll take that off. There we go. And we're going to move on over to the big screen. as I share with you our quote to start us out today. And this is from, those of you who've been around me a while know that I'm a big basketball fan, and I especially am a big fan of Michael Jordan. Maybe not his personal life or whatever, but what I'm a big fan of is his work ethic and his determination and his persistence. Because if for those of you who know who Michael Jordan is, it's probably no surprise. But if you don't really know who Michael Jordan is, he is considered probably one of the greatest basketball players, pro basketball players of all time. But the thing about him is that when he tried out for his high school basketball team, he was cut. He didn't even make the team. And so it really, it could have been one of those things where he failed and he said, I can't do this, so I'm just going to quit. But instead, he says, you know what? I'm going to get out there and I'm going to work and I'm going to keep trying, building, and I'm going to keep trying until I get where I want to go. And one of his key things that he always says is that no one will ever out hustle him in terms of the efforts, because he was always going to be the one who showed up and gave all the effort that he could to whatever it is he was doing. And to me, that is what I admire about him. His willingness to do the work, his unwillingness to accept less than his best. So this is one of his quotes that I really like. It says, don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. And, when we look at things, sometimes we hesitate because we think, well, I might not be able to do this. I might not be any good at this. I might not have people say yes to me. And so we don't even give ourselves that opportunity to see if we can do it. So we have to be willing to do the work, and we have to be willing to try. We cannot be afraid to try. Because failing is not final, and failing isn't the end of the world. Failing just says, this one didn't work, I get to try again. So this is what we're working towards, being willing to try. So right now, I want to challenge you all to say to yourself is that every single day, I am going to try something that I haven't tried before. I'm going to attempt to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to give myself this opportunity to fail every single day. Because if you don't give yourself the opportunity to fail, you've already failed. It's just like that no that I talked to you about, that when you don't ask, it's a no. You're right here. And if you ask and they tell you no, you're in the same place. It's the same thing. If you don't try, you're still right here. But if you don't attempt to give your something to it, you're always going to be here. You cannot get any higher if you don't try. So it's not like you're going backwards. You're just not going anywhere. You're staying right where you are. So this is the key. We got to get out there and we got to try. And trying starts right now today. Every day is a brand new day. Every day is a new opportunity for us to give our best, to get started, and to go forward. So that is our focus on this week. And especially as we talk tonight, we're going to talk about the things we're going to attempt that maybe we haven't attempted before, and that we are not going to be afraid to fail, because we are setting the stage for our great fall selling season. Record Breaker is coming in October. It's 2.5 weeks away. And, we don't want to be focused on dating parties for Record Breaker now. We got to work right now, because what we're doing right now is going to be the key to having a great fall selling season. All right, so let's get started. First thing I want to remind you all is that we don't have one kit. We don't have two kits. We have 4 kits that we can offer people to give them a chance to try our business out. And once again, it's not about not asking. We've got to ask. We've got to offer. It's not our job to decide, can somebody do it or not? It's our job to give them the choice. And we're giving them choices. We're giving them 4 choices to get their business off to a great start. And never, ever before have we done it at such great prices. I mean, starting at $49 with the basic starter kit, which is included in every one of our kits. So they've got that, and you just build on it. We've got the $99 kit. We've got the $109 kit. We've got the $129 kit. They all have something unique and different to offer. They all have the same thing, so we can all talk to a recipe or two that we can all do using that. All of them have that small chopper. There's so much we can do with it. And depending on how people want to specialize, they can pick and choose which way they want to go. I mean, think about it. If you know someone who's an organizer, they love to go into people's houses. Maybe that's their job. They people pay them to come get their kitchens organized or their houses organized. They can just add on organizing kitchens using our Tupperware modular mates, and that would be a great kit for those. Those people who love to just like try out new things in the kitchen and recipes, and the kitchen like connoisseur, then they're going to love that one that has all those different pieces. They can grill things and they can mix things. And then for all of our bakers or the ones who want to learn how to do our fast food that tastes good and is good for you using our stack cooker, we have that kit for them. So be out there and talking to people about this. You cannot not talk about it. Once again, just because you think they might say no doesn't mean you don't ask. And there's rewards for you when you do, and there's rewards for them when they do. So what have they got to lose? What do you give it a try for 60 days. If it doesn't work, look what you've got. You've got all this great Tupperware that you didn't even pay close to full price for. You didn't even pay half price for it. You got it for way less than that. So it's a win-win for them. And in case you didn't hear, the Better Together challenge that we started last month, where you could earn the stack cooker for $5 when the new recruit sold $250, and when you sold $250, then you each could get the red stack cooker for $5. That has been it is offered again this month for our new recruits this month. So guys, if you know somebody that wants that stack cooker, go reach out to them and say, hey, would you like to get a stack cooker for $5? Come on in, give Tupperware a try. And, at the end of the month, you could be able to get this for $5 because all they got to do is sell $250. And of course, you're going to be able to get another one yourself when you sell $250 too. So that's a win-win. So why not get out there and let's offer this opportunity to somebody today, okay? Now, one of the tools that we have available to us in Tupperware is Tup Social. And if you're not familiar with Tup Social, we're going to talk to you a little bit about it tonight and how to access it. But I want you guys to, really take advantage of this great program that you have. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on an expert who can talk to you a little bit about it. And she's going to walk you through if you don't have it. And in fact, right now, tell me in the comments if you have Tup Social. If you have Tup Social right now, if you're using it, what do you love about it? Go ahead and put that in the comments before we get started. Because we're going to really give you some ins and outs. And if you don't really know what it's all about, you don't know how to access it, we want to make sure that you do it. And I want to preface it with this. So all of our consultants, every single consultant, and this is sort of a new thing since the last couple of years, every single consultant has a website. It is a public website, their personal website. We call that the PWS, that they can send people to shop. And it's wonderful because it's like you have a store 24/7. And it's absolutely free. However, all of our new consultants have the opportunity to take advantage of our pro website. Now, what is the pro website? Well, it's the same free website, but it gives you the opportunity to access Tup Social. And Tup Social is a service that we're going to talk to you about right now and show you how it works. And you can't get into Tup Social unless you have the pro or premium website. So that's why it's really important that you know the difference and what it's going to do for you. The other reason that you want the pro or premium site is because each month, when you submit $500 in sales for that month, you are automatically added to the consultant finder that allows people to find you if they're searching for someone in your area. So it's sort of like that's what gives you the advertising. It's like giving you the search engine capabilities for people to find you. So that's what the pro and premium do. we're going to talk about the Pro tonight because that's the one that's the easiest, most accessible, and you're going to love, love, love having it. So we're going to talk about it right now, and I'm going to bring on an expert here with me, and that is the amazing Corinne Brown. She is our social media whiz, and she knows all about all things social media and how to utilize it to its full advantage. And she's going to share with you a little bit about Top Social, maybe a few other tips along the way, and also show you how to get into it if you haven't. And if you're a new consultant, and maybe you've been in for a while, but you never accessed Top Social because you never signed up for the Pro. And remember, all new consultants get 90 days free Top Social, 90 days free Pro website, but you have to sign up for it. So she's going to take you through that. So Corinne, take it away.
All right, guys. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. And hopefully, I feel like I have a lag. Hopefully it's not really there. So if you're having issues hearing me, make sure you put it in the chat too. I see a couple questions on here. So we're going to kind of start with logging in, showing you what's on there, and then what things are available. Okay. If you do have questions, put them in the chat and I will come back around in just a few to show you. So let's start off here. I need to share. I want to share this with you guys. Only problem with Windows, I'm just going to share my whole window. I think that would make life easier. Will that be easier? Yes. It doesn't like me. Oh, okay. Here we go. Did it work? Woo! Now we see me inside of me inside of me. Cool. All right, but what we want to look at is this here. So we should be better now where you guys see that we are at the home screen, right? When you log into myoffice.tupperware.com. So once you log right into there, you're going to see that on the left, you have a bar where you can go straight to Top Social. Okay, so that's where you're going to go. When you are ready to set up stuff, we're going to get there in just a second. The question came up, how do you know what you have, right? How do you change your subscription? How do you see that stuff? Well, that's really easy. You're going to start here on the left side and you go down to where it says manage subscription. When you click that, it will open up a new window right here and it'll show you which subscription you have or don't have. So you can see on here, I have the premium site, the $16.99 that has the Zoom conferencing feature. The one Marsha is talking about, the one that you will want, is the Pro US for $10.99 a month. I will tell you, it is worth every penny when you use it correctly, because it's a great way for advertising, to get people to your store 24/7, to give yourself content, because how much is your time worth? It's a great place to start. And for anyone that's new, you get that 90 days for free as well, that you can get in and try it out. If you have you joined and you didn't do your 90 days, I believe Marsha was saying you still can have those 90 days. So make sure you check with your success line to find out about it. But the Pro, this is what you want. Okay. So that's where you go to figure that out. When you click on actual Top Social, we get right here. And this is where we get into it. They just redid this. This is Top Social 2.0. Multibrain is the creator of our tech guide to help us with what we do. I love the fact that on here you have a dashboard. This is a great way for you to plan out content. If you're like, this is already over my head, don't worry, guys. There are tutorials in here and training so you can understand what everything is in Top Social. I just know what I need to know, but you might want to know about how to content create and utilize your calendar and stack stuff and figure out optimum times. Like, there's so many cool little rabbit holes you can go down and so many great things to help you grow your business online. That's through social selling, through these virtual portals and ways that we have. So training on here for you, but we're going to go simply right now today is I'm going to show you how to do a post. A lot of you guys have been commenting about how much you loved Marsha's recipe post, the caramel apple she did, and many of you reshared that one. Well, you guys, you can post that yourself when you have Top Social, and you can schedule your post out. So we're going to go in and show you that. Oh, look, it told me what my top performing post was. And then my latest post. I need to do some more posts myself. So this is a good thing, but all the different ones. All right, so let's go to Post Maker. Woo. Okay, and when you get to your post maker, there's all different ways that you can do a post. You can drag and drop things that you have on your computer. You can select something from the content library that they have for you, and you can ask them to suggest content for you. They already have this AI built into it. I mean, AI it's crazy how it's coming to help us in our businesses, and it can even help you with your word choices, where we type something in and it can make it lots of different ways. Then you can decide where you want something to go. So I'm going to put this to go to my business page for the Fresh Expert. It's going to go to my Fresh Expert Instagram page and to my VIP group that I have on Facebook. And yeah, I use it for my other company too, because you can. But it's great because it's a great scheduling software that Tupperware allows us to have as part of this. I mean, this is one of those great benefits that we have that you really should utilize to get available. So go to Content Library, and you'll see all the different types of content there is. It can be overwhelming. Just take it step by step. There's the new products, product brochures and offers, your catalog items. There's all different kinds of videos, recipes, other templates, the opportunity. Inspiring quotes, guys. You could have like a quote day. Pretty cool to have that there. Click on product videos, and then you can just click product. And then here are all these great videos for all these great products. Food storage, avocado smoothie. Oh, that sounds really good. I'm going to post this one. Okay, so add to post. Now you can take your time and look at them all. You just need to know once you get it. There you go. Then we're going to say suggest content for me. Let's see what it gives me. Look at that. That's not the same recipe though, is it? Yes, it is. No. Now that's giving me an apple pie. And I believe I was doing a smoothie, y'all. But that's okay. The avocado smoothie. Anyways, I'll just post this here. So normally I'd figure out what that recipe would be, or I would just say, my little K has smoothies lately. Smoothie, hashtag avocado. I know, it's very fun to watch people type. Then you can have hashtags you've already got on there, or say suggest hashtags. So you can always add that. And then we can say add to post. Love it. Then you can say make it more funny. I don't know how it could be more funny than how I already am. Oh, look at that. It gave me emojis too. I like this. My little K has totally gone bonkers for smoothies lately. Check out this mind-blowing. Right? Okay, guys. You see why this is so fun? So I've got that on there. It's ready to go. And then I'm just going to say preview my post. And then I'm just going to say create. And now my post is already scheduled. It's out there. It won't go to the, I don't know why it was not going there. I'll figure that out later. But it's publishing to all the different places. And like I said, there's a calendar. You can go through the content library, and you can do other connections too. So you can actually connect your Facebook parties to this as well. So if you have Facebook parties that you're doing in groups, you can connect them. I have done it with a ton of my parties. They're not on here anymore because I cleared them out. You even can like share to some of your different apps too. So the Tup Social has so much great stuff on here, so much great content. I can talk about it forever, but we're not going to. We're going to pull this one off. So I hope that has answered some of y'all's questions. I mean, it's so simple. It's just take the time to go. And if you have questions, they have that training, and they have an incredible customer service there to help you too.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. So hopefully, if you did have questions, put them in the comments, Corinne. We'll go back and reread those. And if we have a lot of interest, we can always do another training on this, but we want to just kind of give you a high level. That's what our Monday night meetings are about, kind of giving you some high level stuff so you can start to dig in. You can start to get your feet wet with this. And once again, if you have never, ever, ever opted in for your pro site, even if you've been in for several months, you can go in, and more than likely it will give you the option of being able to get it for 90 days for free, because I helped someone who'd been in almost a year the other day, and they had never signed up for it, and it allowed them to sign up for their 90 days. So go ahead and check that out and get your 90 days and give it a try, because you know what? If you don't try, you don't grow. And thank you, Corinne, for all that great insights and training. And I can't wait to see that avocado. Like, look, check that one out as well. So thank you so much, everybody. Give Corinne some love in the chat, and we'll talk to you later. All right, guys. So we are getting ready, as I said, to go into October. And we want to make this next 2.5 weeks very, very big. But I want to give you a preview of what's coming for October and what that looks like. So I'm going to come back over here and put that. So Record Breaker is coming up, Record Breaker 2023. And some of you are brand new and you're going, what's Record Breaker? Well, Record Breaker is it's our biggest month of the fall. And it's one of those times, we have 3 times a year that we do something like this. And it's when we go all out. Tupperware gives us extra things. They give our hostess extra gifts. And they really make it exciting for us to go out there and share the love of Tup Loved with everybody. And this is also why it's a great time to welcome somebody onto the team, because they're going to be in our biggest month of the year selling, which means they're going to make money. And the more you make of your October, the more money you're going to have to finish out your year for your holiday shopping, to take care of some bills that you have, to be able to do some special things with your kids. I know lots of kids are in band and things, and they have lots of expenses. So this is just the perfect time for us to really maximize what Tupperware has given us and grow our business. Record Breaker is also one of those times when we say to ourselves, I'm going to do everything that I've never done before. I'm going to try things that I've never tried. I'm going to give that little bit of extra. And it might be that, you say this month, I'm going to go all out and I'm going to hold parties every single day because I've never done that. And you know what? That's a really big, humongous sort of thing to do. And if that's what you want to do, I love it. And I think you should do it. But for some of you, you might be going, well, I can't do that, so I'm not even going to try. No, that's not how we look at it. Somebody's going to say, I'm going to hold a party every day. And we're going to encourage them and support them and cheer them on. Some of you are going to say, heck, I'd like to just hold maybe 2 parties a week because I've never done that before. Maybe I've been holding maybe 1 a week. Maybe I'm going to hold 2 a week. Maybe you've only held 1 party in your whole life. And maybe this month you're going to try to hold 1 a week. Whatever it is, Record Breaker is about you challenging yourself to do something you've never done before, to take it to that next level, that next step, and to get a little bit more. Some people will decide, I'm going to pick 1 week and I'm just going to give it a ton that 1 week. Some are going to say, I'm going to pick a day and I'm going to try to hold 5, 10, 20 parties in a day. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I had somebody that did 20 parties in 1 day. And this was back when we were doing mostly in-home parties, and they were doing in-home parties. And they actually, what they did is they set up in their home and they scheduled people to come and bring people to their house every 30 minutes. And they would come in and they have gotten orders together and they would bring their friends and they'd come see things, and there were drawings. And she did this all day long and had 20 parties. And at the end of the day, she had sold almost $10,000. So you decide how you're going to work on it. We're going to talk more about that next week because we're not ready for Record Breaker yet. We're going to talk more about putting that plan together. But right now, what's key is that you know what's coming, and then you can work now to be ready for that. You're going to start building your list of people that you're going to call. You're going to have people that you're going to reach out to now because you want to make money now, and you want more people to see so that you can date more parties into October. Because if you start dating for October right now, well, guess what, guys? You're not going to have a business in October. You're going to make no money for the next 2 weeks. And everybody's going to be like, they're not even going to be interested when you get to October because you talked to them so far out. People don't remember things more than a couple of days. That's why we, especially with our Facebook parties, we date right away. So we want to make sure that we are focusing on these next 2 weeks. But I do want to give you a preview because tomorrow you're going to have a chance to order your first samples for your Record Breaker, your October month. Okay. So here we go. This is our brand new brochure for October. It features traditions with a twist. It's all about baking and getting the things that you need to do your baking, because let's face it, we all start baking right in November with Thanksgiving coming. And a lot of us even start in October doing some things and putting it in the freezer. I had one of my hosts who would always start baking cookies in October and putting them in the freezer. And she always got lots of big Tupperware containers to put them in the freezer so that when it came December, she had all of her cookies already done. She had a very restful December instead of a very stressful December. We've got a classic buy one, get one free with our quick shakes coming. Excuse me. We also have one of my all-time favorites, and it is our mixing bowl set. It's a buy one, get one mixing bowl set. So they're getting 8 bowls for just the $49, $46, sorry. 8 bowls for $46. That is huge. That is the classic set. They all nest inside of each other. It also has the portioning scoops for just $15. It has the minis at 50% off. Basically a buy one, get one there. It has also a purchase with purchase and a gift with purchase. And we all love that spatula, and it's absolutely free when they place an order, a qualifying order of $119. And so one of the things that you can focus on is buy everything on this page and look what you can add on. And they can get this for free, and you can get these for 50% off. And that's the Measuremates, the measuring cups and measuring spoons in that pretty pink for October color. And guys, I just love, love, love that silicone heart mold. Saturday, we were talking about things you could use it for, how great it would be to make some like punch cubes to float in a punch for like maybe a baby shower or for a wedding shower, a bridal shower. It could be great to make little lollipops or cake pops that you could make little cake pops in there and then just pump those out and dip them in chocolate, and you could have heart-shaped cake pops for that Valentine's Day. But we also were looking at that you could do these this opposite way, or you could do Rice Krispie treats and do the Rice Krispie treats with the green food coloring and put those in there, or use the cornflakes with the green food coloring, put them in there. And then when you pop them out and stick your sticks in them, they upside down, they look like Christmas trees. So you could use them for that. So that's going to be a really fun one to use. They can be used in the oven. They can be used in the freezer or the refrigerator. So that's going to be huge. And then, of course, the mini canisters, $15 for a set of these. That is an incredible gift set. It's a set of 4. So it's 4 containers for $15. That'll be a great teacher's gift. Once again, if they go ahead and make cookies now, they can have them in the freezer stored ready to give. You keep a few extra in the freezer. So if somebody stops by, you can just run, grab one out of the freezer and give it to them. We've got that classic Mix and Store Plus pitcher and the 2-quart pitcher with the 16-ounce tumblers. That's going to fly because it's sheer and see-through, and everybody loves when they can see through things. And who doesn't love those small 1-liter bowls? There's 3 bowls, all the same size. They're only $15. This is like a top seller. Whenever we have these, I can't keep them, like everybody wants them. It's a wonderful add-on that you would just suggest to people. With every person who places an order, say, hey, I don't know if you saw these, but this is such a great deal. You get 3 bowls for $15, and these are such a classic size. And people are like, oh yeah, add that on. So that'll be a great add-on that you're going to want to be sure that you're talking about. And last but not least, we have a brand new host gift special coming for the month of October. It is our bread making set. It includes our Ultra Pro casserole, loaf pan casserole with the cover. So it's great for baking your breads and things, but it's also great because you could do like a strata, or you can do a meatloaf in it, and it won't splatter all over the place because it's got the cover on it. It comes with plates. It comes with the bread knife. It comes with the whip and mix, so you can mix and max all your bread up. And that's going to be available for our host at a $500 party. But remember, I said it is record breaker, so we always want to add a little something extra. So we do have a new booking gift for our host. You can't see it, I don't think, on my screen, but it's our refrigerator bowl. And that's always a great size. People love that one for taking. That used to be like one of my favorites for leftover, like just little bits of leftovers that I could put in there. It's a great one to do a little layered yogurt parfait for snacks. So that'll be our booking gift. And then, of course, when they have their $200 party, they're going to be able to get their thank you gift, which could be this cute little set of salt and pepper shakers, because that will be a thank you gift for the month of October. But you have the other options as well. Then they have it $300. Of course, they get their $30 free and a half price item, but they might as well go on up to the $350, because then they're going to get $35 free, a half price item, and they can get the jumbo bread server, one of those things that everybody's always asking for, and it is available for them for just a $5 copay. And then, of course, at our $500 level, they have the choice of the beautiful new autumn holiday set that has all those great pieces, and everybody just thinks it's so cool the way these attach to each other. These small ones attach to the big ones, they all attach to each other. So that's a great set to offer. They can choose the 15% free, 75 pick your own, or they can choose this exclusive host gift special when they have their 2 bookings. And then, of course, they're going to want to go all the way up to that $1,000 level, because that means they can get not just 20%, but they're going to get double host credits. That means they're going to get 40% free. That's right, $400 in free Tupperware, plus 3 half off items as the host during October. So it's going to be a rich, rich time for people to have a party. And here's the thing, you could have somebody who has a party this week who redates for October to take advantage of this. So don't just put them into October. Get them to have a party now. Don't talk about what's coming. This is for you, so you can go ahead and get your plan together, get your materials together, get ready so that you can go into a great month ahead. Sampling is going to open tomorrow. For all of our items that are available. They're not all available yet. Your bread server will be available. The dating gift will be available. There's a few, and then some of the others, the measuring mates, and there's some new. I'll post that for you guys so you'll have it. But you can start sampling tomorrow as well. And be sure that you hang on till the end, because I have a challenge for you when you order your samples tomorrow. So right now, though, I want to take us back for just a second, because let me see here. I want to take us back because, like I said, we are getting ready for Record Breaker by getting ready for now. And right now, we want to make sure that the parties that we're having are successful. And as we go into Record Breaker, making sure that we have the biggest, the best parties that we could ever have. And that is why host coaching is such an important piece in our business and what we do. And I have someone that is going to share with you. She shared with us on Saturday at our Record Breaker workshop. It was phenomenal. Everybody was just like writing lots of notes and got so excited about what they heard. And she is a pro at this. She has one of the best records in personal sales. She has 6 consecutive months of selling $10,000 personal from holding parties back in the day when we went and drove our cars to people's houses and did everything inside. But she has, or in people's homes, she has adapted now. Not only does she still do in-home parties, she does her Facebook parties, and she does an amazing job with all of those. And the key to that success is because of effective host coaching. And she's going to share with you some of what she does that makes her so successful. Please welcome this amazing leader, Stacy Clifton, with us tonight. And I'm going to change our screen there. There we go. And Stacy, I'm just going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Can you hear me? I hope everybody can hear me. So what we're going to do is talk just a little bit about host coaching. And guys, the biggest thing about host coaching to me is having parties to coach your hosts. Okay. But you got to start now. And I don't mean start now to hold parties in October, although you can start dating some, but you need to date parties now for September. And we have the best dating gift right now, our mini salt and pepper shakers. Oh my gosh, these are so cute, and everybody wants these. Everybody. I can't tell you how many times I've had people say, do y'all still have those little mini hourglass salt and pepper shakers? And I always say, well, the only way you can get them is by hosting a party. So you can date parties now into September. And when you date all these parties into September right now, you will have parties in October. Okay. So don't cheat yourself by dating into October right now. Date all these parties into September. And then that last week of September, oh my gosh, you're going to be so excited because you're going to be able to take all those parties into October. And they won't be able to get these then, but guess what? Like Marcia just said, they will be able to get these as a thank you gift. And this is the next best thing, okay? So everybody just loves little salt and pepper shakers. So you'll be fine. That's a great little thank you gift. And if you have those, make sure you're showing them at your parties now, okay? Because it'll just make them want them. And sometimes things are just they're little, but they're so cute. You just have to have them. And that's one of those things. So one of the biggest things about host coaching, I think, is communication. You have to communicate with your host. And if you're not communicating with your host, then you're going to totally, you're not going to have a good party. Okay. You may get lucky and have a good party, but that's going to be a chance. Okay. I would rather know that I've done everything I could to have a good party and don't have a good party than to not go over everything and not have a good party. Okay. Because you're almost guaranteeing yourself no success if you don't host coach. And one of the things that I used to do at when I did all those in-home parties was I'd have party plan packets ready to give my host. Well, we can still do party plan packets, guys, even though we're doing Facebook parties. This is something you can mail to your host as soon as you get that party dated. And let's face it, people like to get fun mail, right? And so this is some fun mail that they're going to get. And I take mine. I have 2 catalogs in here, and this is a cellophane bag, okay? And I don't know if you can see, but it's got a little piece here, and you just peel that off and fold this down, and it seals it up. But one thing I do is I also try to fold this over so that it makes it look, pretty much like it's the size of the catalog, okay? When you mail this, you do have to turn it this way and put the label on it here and put your return address up here, okay? If you mail it this way, it will cost you extra. So don't do that, okay? I found that out the hard way. But I put 2 catalogs in there. I put 2 brochures in there. If you want to put order forms in there, you can do that. And I also put, if y'all know me at all, I do my tic-tac-toe. And this is something that I've been doing for, oh my gosh, probably 30 years. I've been in Tupperware 33, going on 34 years, I think. And I've been using a tic-tac-toe ever since. Okay. It's the easiest thing for me because you don't have to read a whole lot. And let's face it, guys, who reads anything these days? People do not read things. So that is another reason why it's going to be so important for you to communicate with your host. When you date that party, I always ask for her address, her street address, her email address, and her phone number. Okay. That is real. And you need that anyway, because to put it in the Tupperware website, you have to put all that information in. Okay. So when you get that, then I always say, hey, do you have just a minute that I can give you a call and go over some things with you about the party? And 99.9% of the people are going to be like, yeah, sure. Or they'll tell you when's a good time to get in touch with them. So when I do that, I just go ahead and I can send this through Messenger, or I can, text it to them or whatever. But I go ahead and go over this with them right then. And I tell them, I say, okay, now I'm going to mail this to you. There's going to be some catalogs and brochures in there also. But I just want to go over this with you real quick. It won't take but just a second. And I go over each individual block. And the one block, it says invite 30 to 50 people. So what I do is I tell them, I say, okay, now if we're doing a Facebook party, I want you to realize that you don't want to go in there and invite everybody on your friend list, okay? Because if you did that, you may have 1,000 friends. And if they get in the party and see, oh my gosh, there's 1,000 people invited, they'll say, oh, they won't even know if I'm not here. Oh, it won't matter if I place an order. I don't need to date a party. that's not what you want. Okay. So what I tell them, and let's face it, you don't invite 1,000 people to an in-home party. So why are you treating this any different? Okay. The only difference is you can date it a whole lot quicker. Okay. Um, Although I will tell you, I dated in-home parties within a day. So, I mean, you really can do that. You just have to find the right person. So what I tell my host is, go ahead and invite, when I invite you to the party, go ahead and invite your family and your best friends that you know would want to support you with your party. And, go ahead and invite those, and then post on your personal page um, that you're having a Tupperware party. And I give them the exact words to say. And guys, if y'all have seen Aubrey's mock Facebook party that she has in the Hooray group, she tells you exactly what to say. So you can go on there and use that. You can change it up just a little bit to have your wording. But it's right there for you. So there's no excuse why you can't do this. Okay. And then I tell them, I say, post that on your page. And then whoever says, add me, then go back in and add those people. And try to get 30 to 40 people at least. Okay. And so that'll give you the first block, and then have at least 10 people in attendance for the night of the party. I actually do go live in my party. So when I go live, I want them to have about 10 people there watching. And you can go live. If you don't want to go live, you don't have to, but I will tell you, I get a whole lot better results when I go live. Okay. The next thing is to personally invite everyone. So here again, if she invites 1,000 people, is she going to personally invite 1,000 people? No, she's not. But with the 20 people, she could easily text them or private message them, or go on their page and say, hey, I sent you an invite to my Tupperware party. And they'll see that. Okay. If you just send those invites out, a lot of times people don't know, they won't see that notification. Okay. So that's real important that you let them know, look for a notification from me, or they may see that and they'll think, I'm not even gonna look at that. I don't want that. But when they realize, oh, that's from my friend, yeah, I want to see that. So make sure they know that's coming. The other thing is, just tell her, by talking to your friends, who do you think will have a party? And if you can get them to say they'll have a party before we actually do your party, I'll have you an extra gift, and they'll also get an extra gift. So that makes it so much, takes pressure off of you to already have a party dated. Okay. Work towards having party sales of $1,000. Now you want to have at least $1,000, because if you don't, they don't get the double host credit. Okay, for October. So that's real important. If you set your goal at 500, you might make it, but you may not. If you set it at 200, you might make that, but you may not. So you want to set it high so that they can at least work towards that. And then if they don't make it, they'll still make at least the 500. Okay. All right, hold the party on the originally scheduled date. And I do still do that. I mean, we set a date, and when I go ahead and set the party up, then I've set it up in on Facebook. I do mine in private events, and I've set it up on Tupperware, when I set up our party. So don't tell me, that you can't do it on that date after we've already set it up. Okay. I mean, obviously things happen. I get that. You can change it, but this way you get to mark this little block off, and she's got that up there. So, and this is also in the Hooray page too. Okay, then the next block says, interact on posts and encourage guests to comment and like posts. So I tell my host, I said, the more that you comment in the party, that gets your guests commenting, and the more that is going on, it's more fun. And people relax and they start to enjoy the party, and then they'll interact with me. And when we actually do the live, then it's really, really fun. Set a time to hear the facts about the joining my team. Oh my gosh, guys, that stack cooker is back. I was so excited to hear that. So you'd really want to talk about the stack cooker in your party, let them know how wonderful it is, and then let them know, now you could get this for $5. Ask me how. And then you can private message with them, or, ask them if you can call them and talk to them about it. That's going to be the best way to try to recruit somebody. And you might be surprised what they say. If you don't ask, the answer is no. But if you ask and they say no, you're not any worse off. Okay. But what if you ask and they say yes? Oh my gosh, that would just be wonderful, wouldn't it? And you know what? I think because people have gone to texting so much and using messenger room or the messages so much that they kind of like it when you get more personal with them. Okay. So I think that's the best thing that you can do. Work towards having $300 in advance orders. I always post the link in my party at the very beginning because I want people to be able to go ahead and place an order if they want to, especially people who say they can't attend the party. If they, like I've been doing a lot of parties lately with some nurses. So it's kind of hard to get all of them on there at the same time. So I let them know if they click that they can't attend, I send them a private message and say, hey, I saw that you couldn't attend the party, but just wanted to let you know that the link is there if you want to place an order, and I will be going live and I will be recording that so you can come back and watch it if you'd like. So that way they don't really miss out. Okay. Yeah, they miss out on the fun with it being live because believe me, we've had some really fun parties lately, joking and cutting up with each other. But at least they can go back and watch the demo. Okay, so that's real important. And then when they date a party, friend me on Facebook within 24 hours from dating your party. So if I've dated a party with somebody at a party, and then I send them a private message and we connect and I say, you know, hey, can I give you a call? And I send them this tic-tac-toe. If they haven't already friended me on Facebook, then I tell them, friend me within 24 hours and you get to mark this block off. So that makes it really easy. Guys, that first tic-tac-toe, invite 30 to 50 people, hold the party on the original date, and friend me within 24 hours. All of that is so simple, okay? So that's really, the tic-tac-toes are really easy to get, okay? So once I've done this, I let them know there's certain blocks that I tell them if they do those, they get a gift automatically, okay? Like, for example, when they friend me within 24 hours, I automatically give them a little gift. It might be a citrus peeler, okay? If they have $300 in outside orders before their party, and that means, hey, it's so simple now because they just go ahead and place their orders. And you can do that. I had a girl one time, she didn't quite hit 300, but she had like 200 and something dollars already when we started the party. So I went ahead and gave her a gift. You know, that's the really great thing about you being the Tupperware lady. You get to make the rules, okay? So you can make your rules, you can break your rules. Isn't that what they say? Rules are made to be broken. Set a time to hear the Tupperware opportunity. I automatically give them a gift for doing that. And so, you know, those are simple little things. Have $1,000 in sales. If they do that, yeah, I'm going to give them a nice gift, okay? So work with your host. Do your little tic-tac-toe. If you don't like a tic-tac-toe, find you something that works for you, okay? This may not work for everybody, but it works for me because it's just a couple of little different things, and it's easy for them just to look at it and they can read it real quick and see what it says. So that makes it easy. And then I might put like a little keychain in the pack. Oh, where am I going? Right there. So I've got a keychain in there. And I do that because I always like to start my party off by telling my host that I have a little miniature collectible for her for having her party tonight. And this happens to be our little miniature That's a Bowl. And sometimes I'll say, it's our That's a Bowl Junior. And I'm going to show you a bigger version of this in just a few minutes. And then I show how it opens up and they can actually put things inside of it. And it actually does seal. So if they need to, you know, use it, they can actually put pills in it, or they can put mini M&Ms if they need a chocolate fix or whatever. But it also has to be a keychain because they are the key to my success. So they just love that. And the only way they can get that is by hosting a party. Okay. So they really enjoy getting these. And then later when I'm showing them the thank you gifts, That's a Bowl Junior's a thank you gift. So see, they get to see the bigger version of it also. And then I also give my host a smidget. So I always tell them about the smidget, how, you know, wonderful it is. And of course, everybody wants these. So that's 2 little gifts they get just for having their party from me. And then they get their dating gift, which right now is these cute little salt and pepper shakers. So, and I tell them, I say, your gifts are just going to start getting bigger and bigger. So it makes them excited. And the other thing is, once you set up their party and you see they've come in and started inviting people, then you want to keep checking back to see, make sure your notifications are on all notifications. And you want to make sure that people are beginning to say they're going to the party. Okay. And if they do not, if people don't start joining the party, you need to get back in touch with your host and say, hey, I noticed that you've invited all these people, but nobody's joined the party. Have you sent personal text messages or personal messages to them to let them know? Maybe go back on your personal page and say, hey guys, I've sent some invites out from my Tupperware party. Let me know if you've got it. Check your notifications, just so that they can know to start looking and check on it. And, then if she still doesn't, then say, hey, you might want to go try inviting some different people. Hopefully her family and her best friends are going to definitely go get out and go on her page and look, and if anybody, because I've gone on there before when people have posted it and people have asked questions and she wouldn't see it, and so I would go back on there and I'd answer in the comments. So you can do that, and it also helps the host too. Okay, I think that's about it, but just make sure you're communicating with your host a lot. Usually I communicate with her every day. I'm down to doing a 3-day party right now. And we post the specials the first day, our host stuff the second day. And then the third day we do the live demo. And I say it's a 3-day party because then we're done. But the fourth day is left open. So in case anybody has questions, if they can place their orders. And then usually by that 5th day, we're closing the party. So that makes it really simple, but I'm not having to make a bunch of posts after those first 2 or 3 days. So hopefully after I do the live demo, I go on and I do several posts, and I do the one about let me know where you're at, if you're going to place an order, if you've already placed your order, if you want a date a party, and things like that. I work really hard to get datings during the Facebook party, and I tell them if they actually go ahead and date a party and let me know during the party, they get an extra gift. And usually the host is really good because she knows to work with and say, oh yeah, have a party, it's so easy. And so I tell her to really work with me on that so we can get her parties dated. But that host coaching is going to make your party. There will be times where you'll have somebody who doesn't do it, or they may do it and they still have a party that's not good. But you know what, guys, we do in-home parties, and sometimes the same thing happens. So like I said, I think it works 99.9% of the time. You will have 1 or 2 that won't work, and that's okay, because especially if you've done everything you could do, then you can't be upset. Okay. So I think that's it, Marcia. If y'all have any other questions or needing answered, let me know.
Yeah, be sure to put questions in and Stacy will look over that too. But the thing you just said, is that we have to do everything we can do, because we don't want them to fail because we didn't do what we could do.
Right.
And as you said, sometimes we've had in-home parties and and they didn't turn out quite so right, even though the person really, really tried. And maybe the friends just didn't show up or whatever. And then that way you're kind of going, you feel like I want to make my host feel okay because, she tried. And that's the thing. And so thank you, Stacy. Everybody give Stacy a bunch of love in the comments. Let her know everything that you're going to do. And we appreciate it. All right. So guys, once again, we've had some great things tonight that you've learned, hopefully. And I want to know what you're going to try, because remember, it's not about failing. It's about failing to try. So what have you learned tonight that you're excited to try going forward, and especially into these next 2 weeks, because we're not waiting, right? We're going to get busy now. So, and I will be posting, it is actually already posted, but I'll post it again. So you'll have this, so you can start using the tic-tac-toe if you haven't. And of course, there's several memes, and I'm going to also have some of these posted for you. Just things that you can use to post for your host that you can send in a message. So it's easy. People don't, like Stacy said, people don't like to read a lot of things. So if you can give them some quick bullet points, do these things, it's going to make they're good reminders. And giving your host a reminder every day is that personal contact that can make a huge, huge difference as well. Now, like Stacy said, we have something right now that we are not going to have coming up in 2 weeks, and that is these cute little boogers. I just think they're so adorable. In fact, when my mom passed a few years ago, I actually found her original ones, and they're like one of my treasured things. But this is something everybody wants, and you can offer people both of these when they have a party right now, and you won't be able to offer them that in 2 weeks. And that's why it's so important that you're doing this and you're focusing on what we have to offer right now. We have that red stack cooker with the spatula that they can get also at their $500 party with 2 bookings. And Saturday, we had a booking blitz, and we went crazy talking to people about it. And we had a couple of things that we could offer people. So tomorrow night, we have our game night. And all of these events that we're doing on Tuesday night, our leaders are doing for you guys, are to help you hold more parties. Because sometimes, it's like maybe I don't know enough about the products to do a great demo. We're doing this so that you can invite your customers, your host, to the demo that we're doing. So you can set up your party like you always would. You're making the comments, and kind of like Stacy said, you have several days, and then you have one day that's for the live demo, and you have that as part of jump on here and watch this, and then share with us, share what you learned while you were on there. And so that way they can see all these fun things and participate. And it really takes a little bit of the pressure off of you. So tomorrow night at 8 p.m., we have in our Facebook group, it's the Tupper Fun Game Night. And of course, this is for our host and their guest and your customers to come on and play with us. Tomorrow night's theme is all about apples. So your trivia might have something to do with apples, but you're going to learn some great Applicious recipes. And then there's a sheet that I had put in there about how to make it work the best for you. Be sure to check that out and use this to help you get the best turnout for our Tupper Fun Game Night. We also have coming up next Tuesday night, our next pop-up kitchen. And we've got some great things planned for you for that one, also utilizing some of our newest products. And you're not going to want to miss out on that. And it basically works the same way. It's our Hooray Pop-Up Party. And so you use that to get people on and learn about the products. And that way they're going to want to buy more Tupperware from you. And these are right now, which is why you need to be talking about parties right now. So we had this booking blitz on Saturday, and we had talked about everything for October, but then we said, we're not waiting though. We want to fill our date books now. We want to add 2, 4, 8 parties more into our schedule. And so I kicked this off to everybody Saturday morning. I extended it all the way to last night. And we had some great party datings. We dated actually 28 by the end of the thing on Saturday. And then we had some more added from the folks who weren't there with the challenge that I had put out there. And so what I did is I actually have everybody's name on the wheel right now, because I said, when we added these parties. Now, I had a goal. I said, if we had this number, I was going to give away more. We didn't quite make the goal that I had for how many parties, but I am going to give away a $50 surprise pack to one host and to the consultant who booked that party when the party holds. Now, I have everybody's listed, and I have them on here too, but I have them and I know which ones are which. Because I've got them all numbered on my sheet. But we're going to find out right now whose host or which consultant has a host that's going to win that $50 surprise pack. So are you ready? If you are in it to win it, go ahead in the comment right now. Say, me, I'm in it to win it. If you dated a party and you put it on the Facebook post that we had, that you dated the party between now and September the 23rd, because you just might be a winner right now. So let's find out. Well, there you go, Stacy Clifton. I guess that was apropos, right, Stacy? Congratulations to Stacy. And Stacy, your host, is going to win that $50 surprise pack when she has her party. And then, of course, you're going to get one too. So you can choose to keep it or you can use it for your other host that you booked. But you know what, guys? I think we can keep going on. I think we can continue to add more parties. And so I'm going to put this is basically the words that we used on Saturday. And we kind of made it like a fun challenge. And so I want you to screenshot right now this, and I'll also put it on the page. I'm in a race to the finish challenge. I need one more party to hit my goal. Any chance you'd be willing to help a sister out and do a quick Facebook party for me so I can win? You can change the words. I just was trying to make some fun things to say. Or, hey, I'm at a Tupperware event. We have a super offer for hosts in the next 2 weeks. And I just need 2 more bookings to win. It's super easy and fun. Put that out there for your host and or for on your to people that you know. You don't just post this on your page, guys. This is the thing. You're going to put that picture that I showed earlier with the salt and pepper shakers that said who wants these for free. You're going to take a picture. I know Donna Joe, you had this cute picture with you showing those that you put on there. Put something like that gets them to ask you about it. Okay, then you personally message them something like this. Hey, I'm in a race to the finish, or hey, it's my business leader's birthday and we're going to gift her with some new party datings. Can you help me out? Because I want to give her a special gift. I want to give her a gift of a party. And, you can blame it on me and just use that as a way to start that personal conversation. Once they say yes, you give them a couple of dates. You give them, I have this day and this day open. Okay, you don't just say, when do you want to do it? You always give them a choice of this day and this day. And I would be offering this week. I would say, we got this thing tomorrow night. We got this thing next Tuesday. Would you like to do it Thursday? You can do it Wednesday or Thursday. Decide when you want to do parties, and that's what you offer. And we're going to do this because we're going to keep this going, and we're going to have another $50 surprise pack giveaway. And I'm going to give you all till tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m. So I'm going to give you 24 hours plus 3. So 27 hours you have to add more parties. We'll start a new list on the top of the page. You're going to add, as soon as you date that new party, you're going to put your name, you're going to put your host name, you're going to put the day of the party. These parties have to be into September. My birthday, September 23rd. We're aiming for all of them by then, but I am going to give you at least until the 25th to add those parties because we want to have time to get them in and get them closed as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on. I want to remind you that we have these awesome offers ending Wednesday. You have your this beautiful table service set that you can get for just $25, and you get one for every $200 that you submitted. You also, for the month, have 2 amazing rewards that you can get. The first is at $2,500. You can get all of the Explorers tumblers and the Eco-to-Go straws. And then at $5,000, you get this unbelievable tote bag, that sling bag. That's absolutely fantastic. We've never had anything like it. It's exclusive. It's new. You've got to get it. And then, before we get to that, and then I have one more challenge that I want to share with you guys. Okay, so I'm going to take this up for just a second because this is a special challenge just for our Hooray team. And sampling opens tomorrow. Now, I will tell you that the sampling, there's about $45 worth of sampling available for tomorrow. Unfortunately, that new host gift is not going to be available for sampling ahead of time. And that's because we're having to get that Ultra Pro piece from Europe, and some of it, and it hasn't gotten here. There's a limited quantity of those. So they want to reserve those for our host, which is okay, which means that you should be dating your own party for the first week of the month so that you can get your set yourself when you have your own party at the first of the month. But I have a set. I actually have 2 sets, and I'm going to give one away. And the way you're going to get your chance to win that host gift special is by ordering samples tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'll put a thing up there. When you place your order for samples. Now, here's the thing. You've got your October samples that will open tomorrow at noon. Today's the last day to place the orders for your September samples, so you better get those in now. But tomorrow at noon, your samples are going to open for your October things. And you still have the things that were added for our fall catalog that were added at the beginning of the month. So you may not have had a chance to order all of your catalog samples. So we had that beautiful Sheerly Elegant that was dropped at the beginning of the month. And then we have some other things. So we had so many samples to order for the catalog. Maybe you didn't get them all. So you can order your catalog samples tomorrow. You can order your October samples tomorrow. I'm going to even let you count any September samples you order starting from now until the end of tonight, because they go away at 11:59. If you didn't get those, I'll let you put those in on it too. So for placing a sample order, you're going to place your order, you're going to screenshot it, you're going to post it in the comment. Marcia, I bought my sample. Now, if you order samples today and then you come back and you order samples again tomorrow, that's going to give you another chance. And if your sample order is over $100, you're going to get an extra chance to win that host gift special. So you get one chance for placing a sample order. You get two chances if you place a sample order today and tomorrow. And you're going to get a bonus chance when your order, either one of your orders is over $100. Okay. So that's going to give you an opportunity to get 3 chances to win that host gift special. And I'm going to draw for that on Saturday. I mean, not Saturday, on Wednesday, and somebody's going to get it. So make sure you are ready to rock and roll and to go with that. So I hope you guys all learned something great tonight, and you're going to be trying all those great things tonight. And as we finish tonight, I am going to finish with it. It'll be, you post it on the page, on the comment, on the post that says Dating Blitz, okay? I mean, or sampling drawing. It'll be very clear where to do it. All right, so I'm going to finish this with this quote tonight. It's from one of my favorite places called The Chirp, and it's like, what if I fail? Oh, my darling, what if you fly? And I want you to keep that in mind, guys, because, when we try something that we've never tried before, we always, we're always going to learn. And we may not make what we want out of it that time. We may not get where we wanted to go that time. But the thing is, we might just fly. We might just take off, and it might work. So why would we hold ourselves back from what we could do just because we don't know if we can? So don't shoot on yourself. Don't, sit around waiting. Take advantage of what you have. Work your business smarter. Take advantage of everything that you have. Put it to work and give it a try. Because you don't ever want to be afraid to try. That's the biggest thing. So let's get out there and let's do it. And let's have a fabulous close to this week. And let's make the second half of September absolutely amazing. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night on our fun night. And let's take it on out of here.
To move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it, move it. All girls all over the world. Original King